Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series. Okay, it looks like we've got White Weenie versus Blue White. Citadel Siege on turn 4 for Weenie. Chooses cons, so he'll put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature he controls. Seeker is already prowessed with lifelink, so he gives the counters to the Knight. Attacks all in, that'll be 7 damage. Blue-White takes it. He's got Jace on the field and Oath of Jace. 1 blue and 2 colorless. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your upkeep, scry X, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. So, when he activated Jace's ability, he discarded another Oath of Jace. And back to White Weenie. Blue-White is in a little bit of trouble here. He's facing off against some pretty good creatures. Citadel Siege puts the 2 counters on the Seeker of the Way. So that's a pair of 4/4s attacking in this time. And, since he has 4 cards in his graveyard, he chooses to block with Jace so that he can tap it, use its ability, flip Jace, and effectively prevent 4 damage. He's still going to take 4 from the Knight, so he'll go down to 7. But now he gets to scry 1 every turn, and he has Jace, Telepath Unbound. Knight of the White Orchid from White Weenie. That is lethal on the field right now. Keeps the card on top. And I have to say, at the moment, the best course of action would be to play a land and play something like End Hostilities. He shrinks the Little Knight down to a 0/2. 5 mana for Planar Outburst. So, one of the other white board clears. Back to White Weenie, who plays Quarantine Field for 1. That'll get rid of Jace. Going back to the blue-white deck. I mean, so far we haven't really seen a whole lot of control from him. There's another Jace. No counter spells, just a Planar Outburst. Another Citadel Siege. Now we'll see a counter spell. Negate. And White Weenie's in trouble now. 1 card in hand, he's effectively top decking. And blue-white, he's just got the time on his hands now to be able to do what he wants to do. And at the same time prevent you from doing what you want to do. Gideon, ally of Zendikar, and makes the Knight token. And he taps Jace to draw a card, discard a card, he gets rid of a land, and flips Jace. He +1s Jace, and it's back to White Weenie. Anafenza, Kintree Spirit. She gets Void Shattered. That's a new card from Oath of the Gatewatch. 2 blue and a colorless. No, not colorless. Generic. Devoid counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. And card on bottom, card on top. He has 2 planeswalkers. Now he has 3 planeswalkers with Narset. So he'll be scrying 3 during his upkeep every turn. Narset reveals Oath of Gideon, which he plays. He gets 2 1/1 white core ally tokens, and unfortunately Oath of Gideon came a little late. Otherwise, all of his planeswalkers would have come into play with 1 extra loyalty counter. Knight attacks in for 2. Gideon makes another knight. Back to White Weenie. 6 mana. He could Quarantine Field for 2. Hangerback Walker for 3. Blue-White is down to 6 life. Citadel Siege turns the Hangerback Walker into a 5/5. Oath of Jace lets him scry for 3. Card on bottom, card on bottom, card on top. And that's the thing. Really, Quarantine Field is kind of the only thing that would be really helpful right here. He anthems Gideon, plays Gideon again, anthems the second Gideon, so now all of his creatures have +2/+2. And +1's Narset to find a Scatter to the Winds. +1's Jace to shrink the Hangerback Walker. And this game is pretty much over. Attacking in with both of the Knight tokens. He's playing mono white, otherwise, direct damage would be an option. There almost needs to be a Destroy All Planeswalkers card, but there isn't. Hangerback blocks 4, he takes 4, goes down to 17. Consul's Lieutenant. Scatter to the Winds. One card left, 4 mana in hand. Citadel Siege turns the Hangerback into a 5/7 right now. 7 +1/+1 counters, so if that thing dies, he's got a huge army. And chump block with the Core Ally token. In fact, I was just thinking about it. If on his next turn he can wait until his second main phase. Okay, never mind. He does it now. He goes with a Valorous Stance to kill his own Hangerback Walker. He does have 7 1/1 flyers now, so he has lethal potentially on the board. Card on bottom, card on bottom, bottom, card on top. I was thinking, second main phase, let Citadel Siege work, turn the Hangerback into a 9/9, and then play End Hostilities. But, at that point, the blue-white deck couldn't respond, so his plan was better than mine. The problem is that, 7 mana. Oh, he's untapping. He could have another board clear, and it wouldn't affect him in the least. Because his tokens aren't a big deal to him. Your tokens are everything to you. And we'll see what he does. They can't block flyers, so even if he has or doesn't have a board clear, he might as well attack here. And he attacks all in for 11, taking him down to 6. No blocks. He needs those Thopters. He can't afford to block. And Planar Outburst clears the board. Gideon makes another Knight token. Narset reveals nothing. Jace shrinks nothing. And the game is pretty much over. They're both at 6 life. And the blue-white control deck is, in control. Gideon from the white deck makes a Knight token, which turns into a 4/4. Card on bottom, card on top. He liked that second card. Silk Wrap clears the night token. Man's up Gideon, and that's the game. It was really unfortunate. That was well done on the control side. You know, he had the counters and the board clears when he needed them to completely neutralize the White Weenie deck. And that's the problem with playing White Weenie, is your options are very limited as to what you can do in a game, especially against Planeswalkers. But I'm going to end the video there. That was Blue-White Control versus White Weenie, and if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me, and I'll see you in the next video.